Hello, Ömer here. In this video, we are going to have a look how the customers are managed in Shopware 6. For this, we switch to the customers overview by clicking on the customers and then overview, where we can see all the registered customers in the list. Like the other modules in Shopware 6 administration, customers overview is also customizable and adjustable. In order to do this, we click the burger menu up here called List Settings, which opens up into a submenu, where we can disable or enable the compact view or show the preview images of the customers. We can also disable or enable the fields of the customer information. By default, street, postal code, city, customer number, customer group, and email address are to be shown in the list. These settings will be saved, and after a new login, you'll get the last saved settings in the overview. Should we have more than one sales channel, it's also possible to display the sales channels for the customers here by selecting sales channels. So we can see which customer is assigned to which sales channel. It's also possible to display the columns, affiliate code and campaign code in both overviews via the context menu in the column row. It's also possible to filter the menu in the overviews to display only customers or orders with a specific code. Besides the overview settings, we have also the option to search for specific customers by entering the keywords in the search box up here on the top. Also, we can filter the menu and the list by clicking on the funnel icon on the right hand side. So in terms of these fields and criteria, it's possible to filter the list in the customer's overview. In order to sort out the data in the list, we can simply click on the column name and change the view from ascending to descending in terms of this particular column. Let us now open a customer, for example, by clicking on the three dots horizontal icon up here and selecting view from the menu. In the quick overview, we see the preview image of the customer, besides the name of the customer and below the email address. When we go further down, we see the customer group where the customer is assigned to, customer number, default payment method, and which sales channel is this customer assigned to on the right hand side. Once I scroll downwards further, under the General tab, I see the default shipping and billing addresses of the customer at the bottom. Next to the General tab, I can jump directly to the addresses to see the other addresses information of the customer, or use the Orders tab to see the orders already placed by this customer. Now let's have a look how we can edit the information of the customer in the administration. For this, we click the Edit button on the right hand side on the top right corner, and compared to the previously previewed information screen of the customer, we get a standard form here where we can add the missing information or change the existing ones accordingly if needed. For example, if the customer has forgotten his or her password, we can set a new one here and confirm it. Also, it's possible to enter the company name of the customer or the VAT registration number in case it's forgotten also in the registration process. We can also set a tag for the customer down here. This can be used to classify in the rule builder for the customer to set the rules accordingly. When I navigate further down, we see the other fields that we can edit for the customer. For example, this customer belongs to the standard customer group which is available in the sales channel. We can change this to other customer group in terms of price and tax regulations. Also, the default payment method can be changed, and so this will appear automatically once the customer will place the next order in the storefront. I can also activate or deactivate the customer to prevent the login in the storefront. The language for the customer is also adjustable, so he or she gets the preferred language in the storefront when logged in. Lastly, we can edit the date of birth and set it accordingly. And on top of it, we see the information field here, like how much turnover the customer has made and when he or she logged in lastly. It's also possible to change the address information for the customer by clicking on the edit button down here. Now we see in the list the existing addresses, and we are jumped directly to the addresses tab under the customer. Provided there are more than one addresses defined for the customer, we can select the default shipping and invoice address. But beside this, we can also add an additional address for the customer and set this address as default delivery or billing address. Like in orders and products overview, it's also possible to conduct a bulk edit in the customer's overview as well. We should select at least 2 customers from the list and then click on the bulk edit button up here. On the next screen, we see the items selected, and to move on, we simply click on the bottom right hand corner, Start Bulk Edit. Under the account block, it's possible to change the customer group, the default payment method, account status, and the language of the customers already selected. Regarding reply to customer group request, this is important for the customers who have made a request for a customer group. The administration function is displayed above the navigation tabs, which we can use to reject or accept the customer for the customer group. The customer will then receive an info by email. So below that, we can also change the text for the customers, and if applicable, custom fields are also adjustable.